Hey Jason, I just wanted to do a quick video to show you exactly how to operate your drone, try to keep you from having any frustration and just give you some joy here. So I got you, here's your bag of goodies. First things first, here's your goggles. These are what you're going to use to see what the drone sees. You need your antennas. At some point you're going to forget to put these on and you're going to fly and you're going to be like, why the hell am I getting no signal? It's because you forgot to put your antennas on. So here's your antennas. They're a little bit fiddly, but not too bad. About like a coax cable. And you kind of want this patch. This is what you call a patch antenna, this square one like this. This is called a patch antenna. You kind of want that facing forward because this is very directional. This is like kind of a cone that it's going to pick up from. So you want that one facing forward. This one really doesn't matter much because it's omnidirectional. This is like a big ball above your goggles. So you're going to get your really close proximity with this. And if you want to get a little further away, aim your head at the drone and use this antenna. So that's going to be your first step, is get that on there. And then the goggle needs its own battery. This is the battery that we're going to use to do the drone. Oh no. You know what? I forgot the cable that runs from the drone, from this battery to the goggles. So I won't be able to fly it today, but there is a cable that runs from here to this. It goes right into the DC in. You'll plug this into the XT60 connection. That's what this is called, XT60. And then you'll run that cable right into where it says DC in, and then the power button is right there. Now there's a ways to change the channels. You can record with your DVR with that button. And you can change the channels with the scroll wheel and things like that. There's menus that'll pop up and you can click on the scroll wheel like a button. So those, you'll get familiar with the features. However, I do have it set up so that you can just turn it on and plug in the power, turn it on, and it'll be set to the correct channel for the drone. And you should be able to fly right away without any problems. So that's your goggles and your goggle battery. And where's that charger?
Underneath the box.
Oh, there it is. And this is the charger that you'll use to charge the battery. You'll see how to plug it in down here and into that. I also included an XT30 adapter in case at some point you want to charge an XT30 battery. So you can charge your goggle battery with it like that. And if at some point you pick up a drone that has an XT30 connector, which are really common, then you'll have that adapter. So you'll have that to work with. The next thing is going to be the controller. This is your controller. Now, these gimbal sticks, they do come off. So if you want to put it in your backpack or something and you're afraid of breaking it, you can take them off and put them in there. The other one goes in there. Pretty nice little feature. But there is your radio. You'll press and hold this power button till the 4 little bars go across, and then you'll feel it vibrate. You let go, and it says welcome to Edge TX. Okay, and I'm gonna leave that on. You want to turn the goggles and the radio on before you plug in the drone. Otherwise the drone won't link to the controller right away. I do have it set up, they're already bound, so you should be able to just plug the battery in. I've got a battery in here. This is the little battery right here. I'll show you what it looks like outside of the drone. And then this is the charger that you use for the drone batteries. It plugs in like this. There is a little groove. You'll notice there's a little groove on the battery connector, and there's a little slot on the charger. Make sure those line up. Plug them in. I plug in 6 at a time. Plug it into a USB, like just a regular wall wart, and it'll charge them all up. There'll be a little green light that'll light up when they're charging. As soon as they're done charging, it'll just be a flickering yellow light. You'll see the difference. And I've got a battery on here ready to go. So I will actually fly it, I just won't be able to use the goggles. So what I will do is plug in the drone like so, and it'll make a little noise and it'll light up. To activate the props, I'm going to press and hold this one and then press that one. Oh, the throttle has to be all the way down. That was a good example there. Press that one, then the props spin up, and then I'm going to take off. And that's how you fly. You'll start to figure out, and there's this guy, his name is Joshua Bardwell. You're gonna want to become familiar with him, and he's actually got a video if you wanted to watch about how to fly, how to get started and fly in the different modes. I would suggest watching that. I'll tell you right now, a big part of more advanced flight is that you're gonna want to add yaw and roll at about the same amount, maybe a little less yaw than roll, but in the same direction at the same time is how you get a combination turn. It's kind of a feel thing though, so it's going to take you a little while to get the hang of it. It's not the easiest thing in the world. It's a pretty sharp learning curve at first, but after about probably a few days of trying in the angle mode, you'll probably be able to fly around pretty well in angle mode. And then the next step is to go to full acro mode, which angle mode, the drone, if you let go of the right stick, it'll just level out, it'll flatten out, so it's a little easier to fly. Acro mode, it's whatever direction you left it in, that's where it's gonna go. So you can do loops, you can do everything in acro mode, it's fantastic. But at first, you're probably going to want to do angle mode at least for the first couple of days. I will suggest going to acro mode as soon as you feel comfortable with the auto leveling mode, because it is quite different, and you don't want to develop the habits that you develop by flying in the auto level mode. So I'm going to suggest that you check it out in the auto mode, and by default, the way I have it set up, when you turn it on, when this switch is like this, it's going to be in the auto level mode. When it's like this, it's going to be in what's called horizon mode, which will allow you to do loops and stuff like that, but still when you let go of this right hand stick, it's still going to level out for you. And then when it's all the way up like that, it's going to be in acro mode, and that's going to be where it's just whatever direction you go in, it's going to go in that direction. And it's most people, when they first put it into acro mode, just immediately crash. But it takes a little practice, but once you get there, it's so much fun, man. I can't wait till you get a chance to get your hands on this thing. So I'll have everything packed up in the bag for you. Like I said, everything should be ready to just go right off. You should be able to just plug in the batteries, plug in the goggles, turn it on, turn on the controller, plug in the drone, and you should be able to go. All right? If you need any help, don't hesitate to get in touch with me, or like I said, check out Joshua Bardwell on YouTube. He's got pretty much a video about how to do everything with these things. So, all right, have a good one. I hope you enjoy.